in order to wage war, in order to do battle against what I'm sure a lot of you can feel are the darker forces here on Earth. And they've always been here. They're just coming more and more to the surface. They're becoming more transparent, especially to those of you who do this work, the inner work. It's very clear, it's very obvious that there are darker forces at work. And like I said, they've always been here. And it's becoming clear that your job on Earth at this time is to stand for the light, is to stand in the light and for the light. And so the point of this video is to tell you that in order to do this, in order to be a worthy adversary to the darker forces that are here right now doing their thing, it is crucial, it is necessary that you must study and know the darkness within yourself. It's necessary that you must fall in love with the darkness within you. Here's the thing, when you fall in love with the darkness within you, when you love all aspects of yourself unconditionally, equally, then the darkness out here, like when you love the darkness inside of you, then the darker forces out here cannot fucking phase you. The manipulations, the distortions, the fear programming, the threats, that if you don't do this, then this will happen. None of that shit can throw you anymore because you're in your power. Because that's what happens when you fall in love with the darkness within you. You start to step into your power. And then and only then you become a worthy adversary, or like a worthy adversary for the darker forces here on Earth. Until you go into your own body, into your own shadow, and meet that with love, then the darker forces here on Earth they're just like, oh, this person, he's no threat against our agenda. It's like you're no threat to the darker agendas on Earth if you haven't met your own darkness with love. If you haven't integrated your shadow, it's like the darker forces on Earth, they're not even gonna look at you a second time. It's just like, get away from it. It's just like, it's a nothing. No threat to that at all. And that's the last thing you want to do here on Earth as a light worker, is to be absolutely no threat to the dark, to the darker forces. You want to be in your power. And so that was just something that came through in meditation tonight that I wanted to share. That when you are really in your power, that's when you can really be of service. It's like when you integrate your own darkness, when you fall in love with the darkness within you, that's when you can really become a warrior for the light. That's when you can help really deconstruct and dissolve the darkness, the darker forces that are on Earth right now, trying to play out some type of control, manipulation, exploit, enslavement programming on humanity. And until you've integrated that in yourself, you're just going to be a victim to all that shit unconsciously, on autopilot. You're not even going to even know how much of a victim you are to all that darker programming, just rooted in fear and lack, until you integrate your shadow. It's only then that you realize how much of a slave you've always been to it, and how much you are participating in it and giving your power to it. So when you fall in love with the darkness within yourself, you no longer give your power to outside darkness, to outside dark forces, and they don't fucking scare you anymore either. You can actually talk about them. You can actually see they're real, but they're nothing. Fuck them. What can they can't take anything that's fucking real from you. They can't take your soul from you. And that's the thing that's real, that's eternal. It's like this body, it passes. This is a temporary experience, and it's over in a flash. Who gives a fuck about any circumstantial, temporal type of sacrifice you have to make if it enriches your soul, if you're standing for the light. And so many people on earth are going to start choosing comfort and security and safety over standing in the light. Because it could get a lot harder to continue to stand in the light. And if you haven't done the inner work of meeting your darkness with love, it's going to be almost impossible to stand in the light with what's coming. So right now is a good time to start looking at your darkness and having a new perspective about it. Seeing how it's a gift, how it's beautiful, how it's your power, how you need it, how it's essential you turn towards it, not away from it, to not run from it, to own it. This way, these dark forces, they can't manipulate you anymore. The only reason they can manipulate you is because the only reason they can manipulate you in the first place is because you're scared of those feelings and you don't want to feel them. The only reason darker forces on earth can manipulate anyone is because they run from their darker feelings within them. Once you stop running from your feelings, nothing out here can manipulate you anymore. Nothing out here can disturb your sense of truth. And so let what come, let what may come be. That's fine. Once you really love your darkness, what comes in on the 3D plane of earth, it is what it is. You're no longer, it doesn't faze you, is what I'm saying. Because nothing changes. You're going to be in the light. You're going to stand for the light. And you're not moving from that position. And you're going to hold the line there. And whatever comes, comes. And these are the things that start happening when you start meeting the darkness within you with love. All right, it feels like the transmission, it's still here really powerfully. I can feel it, but it's telling me those were the words. So I hope this helps you guys. Yeah, it's an exciting time. What a beautiful time to be here. It's like you're all fucking marshals, captains, leaders that wanted to be on earth right now, because it was like, fuck yeah, I'll sign up for that. I'm ready to encounter that. It's like the biggest, most badass thing you could do is to be a light worker on earth right now and to encounter the darkness that is trying to take siege in a sense. But if it doesn't take many, just enough of us stand in the light and don't fucking move, and just hold the line, then the darkness can never win. Can never win. That's how powerful the light is. But you discover that when you turn inwards and embrace your shadow and all the gifts that are hidden within it. All right. So much love. See you guys in the next video. Namaste.